we're back with Maureen. She's done a very quick intro of herself, of where she's been and what she's up to, and we've been chatting just very briefly off air while we were just playing the adverts and the songs. She's volunteered all over the place. She's a volunteering addict. She looks like she would, and that's lovely, because I say every week, I think and I make no apologies for repeating myself, because I do that all the time. If I've got a point, I'll batter people with it. I think we've stopped caring about one another. I think, sadly, as a society across the world and everywhere in the country, I think, from our point of view, so Stoke-on-Trent's no different than anywhere else. It's Birmingham, Manchester, all the big cities, I think they're all the same. We've stopped caring about one another. And we walk past people in the street when they just, and I don't get it. If people are sitting in a doorway, and honestly, I stop and have a chat to them. Won't always give them money, because I think that's always a bit dangerous, because you never know what they're going to do with it. But, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but you just always got to be aware of it. But I will sit and talk to them and explain to them there's places out there for rough sleepers and lots of places you can go and get support. And none of them places survive without volunteers. So when I played Robbie Williams and Angels, I meant it. It is for Maureen, and it was meant for Maureen, but also for all the volunteers out there, because they are the lifeblood of the charities. Maureen, I've talked enough. It's your turn. Tell us a little bit about what your role is within the CareLink organisation, then as a volunteer, what you sort of the routine is, what you do.
Well, at first, when I first joined them several years ago, I was purely telephone befriender, speaking to people on the telephone who are lonely, isolated, vulnerable. They don't get any visitors, or not many, and they just want somebody to talk to. Might be just a quick hello, I'm okay, or it might be, as sometimes, a half-hour chat about anything and everything, whatever suits them. That's evolved now. There are a lot of people out there who volunteer and do the telephone work from home, others that come into the office. They're from all different walks of life. But apart from that, we're now doing the CareLink Chatty Cafe, and we've got 4 of those running at the moment. There's one on a Tuesday at the Redemption Community Hub, which is opposite Sainsbury's. That's nice. Tuesday morning, 10 to 11:30. Thursday is the Hanley Indoor Market at the Sutton's Cafe. That's right at the back of the market.
Oh, I've seen that one down there. Yeah, I know what you mean.
That's 10:30 till 12:30. Again, Thursday there's a Fenton Outdoor Market, 10:30 till 12:30. And Friday, the new one, is a Stoke Indoor Market, 1:30 till 3:30. Now, you just go along and we'll buy you a cup of coffee, cup of tea, and we sit down, just come and have a chat with everybody. Sometimes the Hanley one has been going for quite a while, since about April, May, and there are so many people there who, they didn't know each other from Adam at one point. Now they're going out, they've met each other, they're going out separately away from CareLink, making their own arrangements, meeting up, doing all different sorts of things.
Which is what the object of the exercise, of course.
That's right. As Bob said, you can walk around, you can go and do your shopping, and you see so many people, but you don't talk to them. Come and sit into the cafes. Come and have a chat with us.
I think it's a great name, by the way, Chatty Cafe.
That's it.
That is brilliant.
Yeah. Well, the one at the Redemption Hub, that one, we're doing all sorts of activities because they've got the space there.
Right.
We play games, we do quizzes, we have a knit and natter if we want to. There's all sorts. On top of that, we're also arranging trips out locally. There's one going to Spode, there's one that's been recently to Carsington Water, that was very popular. There's one that went to Cosford Air Show recently. There's Affinity, the Freeport at Talk.
Right.
They're doing that.
Okay.
There's Penkridge Market at Christmas.
I haven't been there for years, Penkridge
Never
Market.
been, but there's so many different things going on. and people who just don't know anybody, they're welcome to come and join us. The staff will come out if you're feeling lonely and vulnerable. They will come out and have a chat with you and assess what your needs are, and they'll try and match them up to what we're running. We also do a face-to-face, which is a one-to-one thing, where one of the volunteers will come and see you, take you out to whatever you want to do, go to appointments, take you to your afternoon club or your morning club, and settle you in to whatever you want to do. And again, that's something else I've just started doing as well.
But just like everybody else, CareLink, don't say desperate's the wrong word, are very keen to get more volunteers. So, Maureen, if anybody in the world, and they can get to Burslem or anybody local of course, and they want to come in and get involved helping out with these chatty cafes, if they want to come in and clean up, wash cups, answer the phone, or go out there and actually chat to people either in the community or in the office or whatever it might be, what's the best way of getting in touch? I know you've got phone numbers you can give me now, so I hope you've got your bit of paper there, phone numbers, and I think you've got an email address you can get in touch with as well.
Email address, yes. Yeah. Yes, we are looking, we're always looking for volunteers. Doesn't matter what you do or what amount of time you've got. If it's a couple of hours a week or whatever, if you can't get into the office, that doesn't matter either. You can work from home. There's always a way around everything. But certainly ring us, speak to there's anybody there. They will talk to you about it, and the telephone number is 01782 810 320, or if you want to email us, that's carelink@saltbox.org.uk. We're always looking for people, and it doesn't matter how good you are at talking. It's about relaxing and getting those people to relax, and try to help them and just chat to them. That's all.
And maybe even if you need a bit of a boost to your own confidence.
Yes.
What a great way of doing that. You're helping both yourself and the other people as well then. No restrictions on age, I would have thought, 16 and over. I would guess, or is it 18 maybe?
18.
18.
Yeah.
Anybody over 18, male or female, any walk of life, everybody needs volunteers. So don't sit there and think, well, I've been housewife all my life. What can I talk to people about?
Oh, you can talk to them about anything.
About being a housewife.
Yeah.
I mean, cooking, anything, doesn't matter. And if you say, well, I've been a joiner all my life, and I can't, come and talk to them about making cabinets, putting shelves up, anything to break the ice and bring them out themselves. And if they've got a problem, then they can talk to you. And that's the important thing. Just give me that phone number again, Maureen. Just want to make sure everybody's got it.
Yeah, it's 01782 810 320.
Brilliant. And if anybody doesn't know, if they aren't sure where it is, if you imagine coming out of Burslem down Waterloo Road, it's about quarter of a mile, just past where they closed it down now. It's the go-kart place now on the left.
It's
just past
before
there.
You get to Subway.
Yes, good shout. Just before you get to Subway and just after the go-karting place, a street called Adelaide Street. Yeah. Turn down there. I think there's a shop on the right. I think
It's the very first Well, it's the first building. There's a big car park on the left, and it's the building after that.
Yeah, you can't miss it, can you? To be fair, if you look for Saltbox, that's the sort of the umbrella thing.
It's up on the wall. Saltbox.
Saltbox, you can't miss it.
Labelled up there.
Everything's in there. CareLink's based in there. Saltbox label based in there as well, of course. Go and drop in. Go and have a chat to them. But if you've got a problem and you need to talk to somebody, ring them or email them. It's all in very strict confidence. If you were out there and you're thinking to yourself, what am I going to do with my day tomorrow? Ring them and go down there and get involved with the volunteering side. I think people undervalue sometimes volunteers. They go, oh, well, they don't know what they're doing. They just go there because they're bored. maybe that's why you start going, because you've got nothing else better, not better to do, that sounds awful, but you've got all your jobs done, you've finished work, you're retired maybe, I don't know. But like I say, you might be younger and the kids have gone to school. What can I do now? Go and do this. Don't sit there thinking, what can I do? Go and do this, because volunteering's massive.